A lot of talk, but still no deal tonight to solve Detroit's financial crisis. State Treasurer Andy Dillon was set to meet with city officials about a counter-proposal on a consent agreement today. In part, we're told it would allow elected officials to retain some of their power. Before the meeting, Dillon called it a good start and a creative approach. He says he's cautiously optimistic, but there's no word on what, if anything, came out of the talks today.
Well, if the consent agreement comes in before the deadline, there is still a possibility it could be put on hold until an Ingham County judge has a special hearing. Judge William Collette is involved in a number of cases revolving the Emergency Manager Act, and today, while hearing one of those cases, he blasted the state's actions. 7 Action News cameras were the only ones in court. Reporter Val Clark has the story.
Weary and exasperated over all the lawsuits, motions, and other filings involving financial review boards in Detroit and Highland Park schools, the Ingham County judge who ordered the meetings open to the public says he's stunned the state is back before him, asking that he overturn himself.
No one said anything was being appealed. Set up this hearing that was supposed to happen today, adjourned it for the convenience of the defendants to next week, and now I'm being appealed. It sounds like it was I don't know, a bushwhacking?
That particular order tells the state not to sign any consent agreement before March 29th, when Judge William Collette plans to hold a show cause hearing. The attorney for the state is brand new to this long series of cases and says he's just taking the necessary steps before going over the judge's head.
In order to file any motion for a stay with the Court of Appeals, we have to bring it before Your Honor first. We have brought it today.
Judge Collette says the state appears to be violating the Open Meetings Act by breaking the review teams into subcommittees.
The treasurer is doing the exact same thing the subcommittee was going to do, and he is a member of the committee and has to comply with the act. The public has a right to know what its public officials do.
Plaintiff Robert David says the state is pointing a finger while thumbing its nose.
That's kind of contrary to what they're trying to say about many of these local units of governments, to say that they can't govern. Well, we can't govern, but you can't follow the law in which you put in place.
Even if the Court of Appeals grants the state an emergency stay, the parties believe it's likely they will eventually end up right back here at this courthouse.
Sooner or later, Judge Collette will decide whether the state is in contempt of court, and the subpoenas are already flying. From Ingham County, Val Clark, 7 Action News.